How's it going, guys? I'm Frankie Johnson from the news no one cares about. Apple's Wwdc event was yesterday, and I did not report on it yesterday because I wasn't home once it ended to make a video. So now I'm doing it now a day later. And here's all the stuff that only really mattered to me. I'm going to try and keep this video short. I'm only going to really talk about only the things that I really care about. Hey, it's my show. I can talk about whatever I want. I can talk about your mom and me hooking up last night. And Apple began the morning with an announcement of Mac OS X Lion, a bunch of stuff, Launchpad, blah, 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 all that stuff. I can't really see the reason for me upgrading. And then the big shocker is where you physically can never get your hands on this because it's only going to be sold in the Mac App Store. This is going to be coming out in late to middle July. And basically, you can only be able to get it if you have the Mac App Store. So for all my Leopard brothers, I still have a computer that's on Leopard just because I like the Leopard OS so much. So for all the people on Leopard, I don't think you guys can be able to get it. I hope we can. And for all the people on Snow Leopard, it's going to be coming out in July, and it's going to sell for $30. Next story. iOS 5, better push notifications. I was satisfied with the regular push notification system. Now we got some new stuff. I like it, so that's pretty cool. A lock screen shortcut, so let's say, and to paint you a picture, let's say that you have kids, and let's say that your baby's learning how to crawl. Well, you want to be able to get that first crawl on video, so what you would do is you just double tap the home button on your iPhone, and then there will be a little camera button, and you just click that, and then you just hit record, and it starts recording. And even if you have a password, you could still be able to record, but then once you hit any other thing, like once the video stops recording, it's going to ask for your password, and then that's pretty cool. I like that. But then at the same time, I'm just a video blogger, and I like the idea of video in general. You can be able to edit photos just like Instagram, and it's going to basically be Instagram fully installed into your phone. I like that idea. Some better Game Center stuff. That's cool, I guess. There's so much stuff. This video will go over 10 minutes. And they said ever since they released the iPad, they ushered in a post-PC error, and I sort of got to agree with that. Now let's say for people, oh, well, I want this iPad, but I don't really want to have a computer, so how am I going to be able to use this iPad if I don't have a computer? Well, now it's all, you don't have to do that. Once you turn on your iPad or iPod, you're ready to go. You don't need to connect it to iTunes. They got this thing called iMessaging, which is basically like BlackBerry Messenger. I used to be a BlackBerry user before I went to iPhone, and it's basically just like that. You can be able to do it with iPhone 3GS, iPhone 4, iPad 1, iPad 2, and iPod Touch 3G and iPod Touch 4G. So I'm pretty sure you could have enough friends that has it, or I'm assuming that you don't have friends. Words from a wise man, Philip DeFranco: the more you insult your audience, the more love you'll get back in comments. Ding! Wi-Fi syncing now, so you have another option instead of plugging it into the computer. So I can have my computer be over there, and then I can have my phone in my pocket, and I just click sync, and it'll do it. And once again, the little bit of a reason why this is the main thing that made me sad about iOS 5 is that this is not going to be coming out until the fall, so that sucks. And then now, you might be asking me, well, how are we going to be able to avoid that whole connect to iTunes window like I said a minute ago? Well, because now they introduced this thing called iCloud, and I sort of like the idea for this, but then at the same time I don't like it. And then iCloud's going to work for iPhone 4, iPhone 3GS, iPod Touch 4, and iPod Touch 3G, and iPad 1 and 2. And it's going to have calendar updating, so let's say I make plans with a friend on my iPhone, and then I go home, and the event's the next day, but I forget about it because I left my phone in the car or something like that. It'll be on my computer to tell me. And then they have this thing now with all the app syncing stuff. So anything that you download from any iTunes store, it'll be there. So if you download a new app, it'll be there in the cloud so that we can be able to download it on your iPod, iPad, or iPhone. Works with books also if you really read iBooks. I mean, come on, man. There's such things as audiobooks or videos. They also have songs. You might be asking me, Frankie, how much money is this going to be? Absolutely And then the other thing that I like about iCloud is because it fully backs up your phone into the cloud on that server, so that way it's there for life. And then you're also going to have a free 10 gigs on that server, and then you could be able to take a picture on your iPhone, and it'll show up on your iPad or your iPod Touch. And iCloud works with both Macs and PCs. I was not expecting PCs to show up in this conversation at all. And then now one more thing that Apple announced was a new version of iTunes. Really? Not an iPhone 5? I can imagine like the person saying, "Oh damn it, they're gonna announce another one of those iPhones. A new iTunes, yay!" Guess what? If that person's watching this video, I swear to God, I don't want you watching my videos. I want you off the face of the earth. Just kidding. And the new version of iTunes is basically going to be $25, one flat rate fee a year. And then here's how it's going to work. Let's say you accidentally torrented some music. I'm not encouraging you to do it. I mean, I do it, and I like it. And then let's say the audio files ain't that good now. Now you want to upgrade to the big boy leagues. You want to be 250. You want to be 256 AAC audio, DRM free. I can imagine all the people that don't even know what DRM free means. It's actually very funny. Google it. So essentially, what they'll do is they'll go into your iTunes library once you buy this subscription, which is $25 a year, and it'll find all the songs that you have. And then what it'll do is it'll go into iTunes. And it'll say, we're going to delete all these files that ain't good files, but we're going to get the same exact songs. And then we're going to replace all those items with the same exact songs that you have, but they're going to be 256 AAC DRM free songs. And even if you torrented them, so instead of paying $13 an album, you pay $25, and then you go torrent the album, and it'll be there. And essentially, that's all the news that really mattered to me at Wwdc. And to me, this year was a big disappointment because I was really expecting a new iPhone. Like, come on, man. I had this thing for almost a year now. I was expecting to get a new one. Oh, God. That just made me sound spoiled. And that's it, guys. My name is Frankie Johnson. You're still you. Wwdc wasn't that big of a deal. So click those links up there. Click all the stuff at the end of the video. Click all the stuff down below. I will see you guys tomorrow on Wednesday for Tech Weekly, and I also have another show called The News No One Cares About up there, and I will see you guys later, and I guess something else. I don't know what else to say. I just want to end the video now.